I can't imagine how crazy traffic is out there. Today we're going to be talking about something pretty interesting. What exactly do people understand? We hear of NGOs and civil society groups and all, but really, what do we understand, and what do we understand about their role in the society and in nation building? What exactly is their contribution to the betterment of our society? How do they operate? All of this question I know a lot of people have and really don't understand it. And today we have on the line, we're going to be having a conversation with a very special guest. Her name is Mrs. Fatima Ganduje Ajimobi. She is a special advisor, NGOs and civil society matters, to the Speaker of the House of Representatives and founder of Talk Humanity Initiative. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's so good to have you on the line today.
Thank you very much.
All right. Hope you're doing good and you're coping with what we're dealing with currently in the country and you're keeping safe.
Yes, I am keeping safe.
All right, fantastic. So today we're going to be talking about the role of NGOs and civil societies in nation building. But first of all, I want to start for those who have no idea what NGOs are all about and how they're set up. How exactly do you set up an NGO? How do you set up an NGO, and what exactly does an NGO do?
You set up an NGO by going to the CAC website.
Okay.
Online, and you could also physically go in Abuja.
Okay.
And you get a form, you fill out.
Mm-hmm.
You submit all necessary documentation.
Okay.
You would have obviously some certificates that you would like you to provide.
Okay.
Every year we have more certifications coming out, more regulations coming out for that to protect NGOs and civil societies. So it's pretty easy. It's a quick step thing, and it's straightforward.
It's straightforward.
Of time.
Okay.
It's straightforward, and it can be done online at www.cac.com.
Okay. So who exactly can set up an NGO?
Anyone. Anyone, any group of people, as long as you have a social responsibility, as long as you have a mission or a statement and you know what you're going for, you can open an NGO.
Okay. Now, can an NGO be set up without actually having funding?
I would say yes and no.
Okay.
It would take little funding to set it up in terms of registration, logistics to move around from one agency to the other and have all your books in order.
Yes.
Putting together a team, because you definitely need that, would also cost you a little bit of money. But the main money you would need is to actually fund your projects and to fund your programs and your policies. So to a larger extent, you do need money to operate.
Yes.
To achieve and to make impact.
Yes.
But you don't need money to set up. You need human resources
to set up. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so we've talked about, what NGOs, how to set up an NGO, but what exactly are their roles? Because a lot of people have no idea what they do and their contribution to society and nation building. So what are the key roles of NGOs and civic society groups?
NGOs and civic societies in every country play an incredible role when it comes to civic education,
yes,
civic responsibility, civic rights, and social work in general. Now, the roles that NGOs and civil societies play in nation building cannot be overemphasized in Nigeria.
Yes.
They serve as effective mechanisms for checking the authoritarian tendencies of government.
Okay.
They promote social values and civic goals.
Okay.
They promote good governance by making government accountable, monitoring its activities, and making it transparent. So a lot of NGOs and CSOs don't know this, but you do actually have oversight function, and you do have the right to comment, to critique constructively, of course, and to contribute towards any social value and goals. They undertake social provisions.
Okay.
I think that is the most obvious one.
Okay.
We move around, we see that there is this project, that policy by an NGO or by a civic society, but their uses are way beyond that. They influence public policy, which is extremely important. That goes a long way in responding to social interests and empowering citizens. They also ensure credible elections.
Okay.
And they influence the voter before that election.
Okay.
They curb voter apathy. They help us to increase political participation. And when done right, they can be able to help voters to choose the right candidates for this country.
For the country. All right, so let's talk about the difference between the NGOs and the civil society groups.
Well, NGOs are sometimes used interchangeably with CSOs.
Yes.
The words are loosely used together a lot of times.
Yes.
NGOs should be properly understood as a subset of CSOs.
Yes.
Of the development corporation.
Okay.
Though it's often without clear boundaries. Now, constituency-based organizations such as trade unions, professional associations, for example, often self-identify as CSOs and not NGOs. So the major difference between an NGO and a CSO is in the structure, the mandate, and the constituency. However, they are both independent of direct government control and management.
Okay. Now, in June, 2nd of June 2016, the House of Representatives was actually pushing a bill to regulate NGOs.
Yes.
Yes. Was that? Are you currently being regulated now? Was that bill actually passed?
Well, the issue of regulation of NGOs, is doing, as you said. But one thing that presently we have come to understand in this present assembly is that we will already have a lot of rules and regulations. Already have a lot of bills. We have about 9 to 12 different regulations set up, with oversight with different parastatals of the government. Example, the latest one is the Estimol certificate. The certificate that clears organizations against money laundering, and it is given by the EFCC. So this is another regulation. So time and time again, we are putting more and more regulations, but the issue is not a legislative one, it's an implementation one.
Okay.
We have those rules, we have the mandate, have everything, but when it comes down to implementation, it's a problem. When it comes time to oversight function and regulation of these organizations themselves, it's a problem. So I would like us to move away from we need bills, we need legislation. We need to enact our existing bills and make them work.
Okay. Now, what are the key challenges that you CSOs and NGOs face in this country? And how exactly are you going to use your office as a special advisor to the Honorable Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives to make make the necessary changes that we would like to see?
NGOs and CSOs face quite a number of challenges in this country.
Okay.
To mention a few, I'll start with the first one, which is lack of unity and cohesion. Most times, CSOs in Nigeria lack common voice in decision making and implementation, as most of them are involved in internal leadership struggle. Both at the national and state level. That's something that we have seen across almost all of the organizations. Now, NGOs are divided into, we have international NGOs, INGOs, and we have local NGOs, LNGOs. Now, LNGOs especially have funding challenges, and most can't access funds from either INGO or other donors. That can be, because of lack of data, lack of proper documentation, and so on. Other challenges are political interference. We must talk about it.
Very true. Very true.
Organizations, they enjoy political patronage. They're vulnerable. Now, if you are a civil society or an NGO and you are politically affiliated, you are tying your own hands down. You can't properly do what you should for the citizens and carry out your social responsibilities because you would become biased. We have access of strategic planning. Which will be a problem that can be solved with consistent training and data collection. We have corruption, which is an issue in every fiber of this country. and they have lack of support and partnerships. So my advice to local NGOs in tackling most of their issues in Nigeria is try to liaise to each other and have more partnerships. There is more success guaranteed that way.
That way. So how can an NGO position itself rightly to get funding? How do you get funding, first of all? And how can an NGO properly position themselves to get funding?
Well, first of all, for grant funding, an NGO must locate opportunity to find an appropriate grant and funder for their focus and mission. So you have to make sure that what you're doing, your mission and your vision align with that grant giver or with that funder.
That gives you a better chance of getting the funding.
Exactly. For example, if your organization is about children,
yes,
then you should position yourself for the international donors and funders like Save the Children.
Okay.
Save view. You can't
yes.
talk about health and then try
go
to
for yes. It'll be very difficult to get yes.
Technology. Exactly.
Very true. Okay.
Exactly. When you do that, you write an application, you follow guidelines, you develop a well-written proposal, you make sure that your data is not only correct,
yes,
but it is beyond reasonable doubt. You have to be deliberate in documenting your work.
Yes.
There's mistakes that local NGOs make, and even I myself in the beginning, I have made with my own NGO. You have to be deliberate about it. You have to record every single thing. Documentation is important.
Yes.
You develop a well-written proposal, like I said. You build capacity through training, and you generate income.
Okay.
Those are the stages.
Those are the stages. All right. So we're going to talk about I'm sure you've seen all the posts on social media about the death of Uwa and Tina and how enraged the people are on what's going on, especially the attack on young girls and young women constantly being raped without us seeing those who actually perpetrate this criminal act being punished. There's no consequence. People are not being punished. People are not being prosecuted. As a humanitarian and an advocate, what would be your take on what exactly is going on and why we're not seeing justice being served to those who commit such crimes?
It is so disheartening, and I condemn it on all grounds. Yesterday it was Tina, then it was then another day it's going to be our mothers, our wives,
daughters, sisters, yes,
our daughters, even our sons. So there is an urgent need for us to strengthen our laws,
yes,
to examine maximum punishment for rapists, and to see how we can work on rehabilitation and restoration for the victims and their families. And I hope justice will be served for these perpetrators of this evil act. Talking about the topic, NGOs and civil society, this is when we are needed the most.
Exactly.
Conversations are about civil rights and protecting the rights of women, especially when it comes to this topic of rape.
Yes.
This is the time for you to stand up. This is the time for your voices to be heard. And just maybe we are not seeing justice because we are not speaking enough.
So I will ask you this question. How bad do things have to get before we take to the streets to demand justice for the girls that are constantly being raped and killed?
Hopefully, it shouldn't get as bad as us, getting on the street. I'm sure already government has heard cries, responses from the police division down in Benin, trying to say they started investigations and all that. More people are talking about it in the entertainment industry. I've seen Tiwa started hashtag we are tired.
They are tired, yes, she did.
People are speaking up more, and I do believe that it's a response because no one in the Nigerian government is going to accept this. Nigerian government condemns this. The Nigerian people, we condemn this, and we do not stand for this. And hopefully, in the next couple of days, we should see a positive outcome.
All right. So let's talk about your NGO now. Let's talk Humanity Initiative. What is it all about?
Well, Let's Talk Humanity Initiative is an NGO I founded since 2015.
All right.
Focused on education, in disability, child education advocacy, women empowerment, and we have carried out numerous projects across the country to date, and we intend to do more going forward.
Okay. All right. So, from when you founded your NGO till now, what are the major challenges that you have faced?
The major challenges, I would say, is in partnerships and cooperation. When you really get into the field, you realize that everything is sort of scattered all around. The lack of, an overseer becomes much more apparent.
Yes.
Lack of a body that curtails the actions of NGOs. And because of that laxity, there is a lot of distrust. NGOs and societies are looked at as, everyone is just anywhere benefic,
Very true.
money or anything.
Yes.
And that is what makes it very difficult, the reputation. The reputation has been damaged and it makes it extremely difficult. So when you set out to do something like this, you have to declare that it is your passion. Get your house in order. That is team capacity building and trainings, internal processes and the rest. And push forward. If you continue to do the same thing deliberately, over and over again, you make headway and you'll be able to carve out a niche for yourself. So for me, the distrust has been the highest and the biggest hurdle so far.
So let's talk about moving forward. What is your vision for your NGO 5 years from now?
Well, for my NGO 5 years from now, I'm a founder now. I'm not in active management. I'm an aide to the speaker, and that's a public office. So for in the next 5 years, I see my NGO being a platform for a lot of disability child projects. I see my NGO being a platform that can be able to actually bring together other NGOs together and achieve common goals depending on our different goals and missions.
All right. Well, I really do. I wish that we don't have to end this right now, but we do have to go. It has actually been, an eye-opener, at least having a better understanding about the roles of NGOs and civic, societal groups, what exactly they do and how they contribute to nation building. It's been very enlightening, and I'm so happy we did this. What is your final word, to everybody out there, to young girls, young women, those who want to start up their NGOs? What is your final word to everyone?
So my final word would be, if you're out there and you're looking into starting an NGO, go on the CAC website today. Start it now.
All right. Thank you so much.
And I would like to say, we are tired and we must stop the race.
Yes.
Civil societies, NGOs, this is your time to defend our people.
Well, I wish we don't have to go, but we have to go. Thank you again. Thank you.